Hello, I'm Sara Incera, and in this video I'm going to talk about our latest publication, Grammatical Aspect and Mental Activation of Implied Instruments, a mouse tracking study in Persian. So in addition to being Persian, which is a cool feature of this article because most research on these topics is in English or other such languages, I'm very excited about this article because it's really interesting to think about the implications. So here, what we study is whether grammar, so whether the verb you use, for example, Sara has sliced the zucchini versus Sara is slicing, right? So saying has sliced the zucchini versus saying is slicing the zucchinis, does that result in a different image in your brain? Do you imagine something different depending of the sentence, depending of the grammar of the sentence that you're listening to? So in this paper, we ask participants to read this sentence, and then we evaluated how they understood this sentence. So to show you the actual paradigm, I have an image here that kind of walks you through. So as I said, the sentences were presented to the participants in Persian, but once participants click start, then the sentence appear. And some of these sentences included the objects within the sentence, and some of the sentences didn't include the objects. So for example, Sara is slicing the zucchini. In that sentence, the knife doesn't appear anywhere. So in that case, Sara is slicing the zucchinis. Participants should go ahead and click on absent, in that the knife was absent from the sentence. The same with Sara has sliced the zucchinis. Both of those sentences are the same. They don't have the knife in them, but the grammar is different. Now the question is, if you hear Sara is slicing the zucchini, do you imagine the knife to a greater degree? Are you more likely to think like, oh, maybe it was present? Wait, no, it was absent? That was the question that we were evaluating here. So to look at that, we look at the mouse trajectories, how people move the mouse. So if Sara has sliced the zucchini, the zucchinis, they may go really straight to absent because they have not imagined the knife in that sentence, versus if they said Sara is slicing the zucchini, they should still answer absent because the word knife was not in the sentence. But did they get a little bit more confused? Did they imagine the knife because the action, the verb said is slicing the zucchinis? So if you look at the results, that is exactly what we found. The red line will be Sara has sliced the zucchinis, right? So they went very straightforward to the correct absent. The knife was not there. But in the imperfect, when you say Sara is slicing the zucchinis, at that point, there was a slight deviation. They were not as straight saying rejecting the knife. Saying the word is slicing the zucchinis made them imagine the knife, made them imagine Sara is slicing the zucchinis, made influence how they visualize this information in their head. So moving on to the discussion of these results, it is kind of interesting to think that different aspectual markings, and aspectual markings, this is referring to the grammar, right? Different ways of the different tense of the verb may lead people to construct different images of a scene. So this talks to the bigger question of, does language influence the way we think, right? In this case, language, the specific grammar, is influencing the way you are imagining a scene in your head, is making you more likely to think of a knife when you hear the sentence Sara is slicing the zucchini, versus less likely to think of a knife if Sara has sliced the zucchinis, if the zucchinis were already sliced. So this is an interesting area of research, because we know that vocabulary and other things influence the way of thinking, but there is much less work on how grammar influences the way in which we imagine scenes. So thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy this quick video about our latest publication. Bye.